Hello students, this is your revision video for half yearly exam and this video is part 1 of revision. Your half yearly exam syllabus is chapter 1 nutrition in plants, chapter 11 time and motion, chapter 14 heat and temperature, chapter 15 transfer of heat and chapter 16 water. In PT1 exam, two chapters came, water, chapter 16 water and chapter 11 time and motion. So these two chapters revision already we have in the revision video on YouTube. So for any doubt you can clear from that revision video. So we will in this revision video we will revise chapter 11 time and motion numericals, which was left in the previous video. So in this video I will explain you, I will teach you the numericals and then we will continue with the chapter 14 heat and temperature in this video part 1. And then in the part 2 of revision chapter 15 transfer of heat and chapter 1 nutrition in plants. So we will revise those chapters in this revision. So first we are going to revise chapter 11 time and motion numericals. Some numericals were left. So here I am going to teach you and I am going to explain the numerical questions. So chapter 11 time and motion from your book exercise question 3 short answer questions. Question 3 short answer questions. In question 3 sixth one question is calculate the time period of a pendulum if it completes 46 oscillations in 20 seconds. Means in this question what has asked the time period of a pendulum and what is given is what the number of oscillations with how many 46 and time is 20 seconds. Means the question mean to say is what 46 oscillations, a pendulum completes 46 oscillations in 20 seconds. So what will be its time period? We have to calculate the time period. Before explaining this, you must be knowing that what is time period. Time period means what? The time taken to complete one oscillation. The time taken by a pendulum to complete one oscillation means the timing taken by pendulum to complete one oscillation is called time period. Means here total oscillations, number of oscillations has given total now and total time is given. Now we need to find time for one oscillation. Means what? Time period. So given what are the things given here? Here given number of oscillations how many? 46 and time is given 20 seconds. So here formula is there for time period. How to find time period? Number of oscillations upon time. Means number of oscillations value will divide by the time value. So here given number of oscillations how many? 46 and time is given 20 seconds. So when we will calculate the value 46 divided by 20. So 21 are 20, 22 are 40, then what? 6 will left. So 0.23 are 60. So when you will divide this 2.3 will come. So 2.3 second means time because we are finding time. So time is in given in seconds. So here also time in second. Means the time taken to complete one oscillation is how much? 2.3 second. That is why time period of this pendulum is how much? Here 2.3 second. Okay, clear? Now in long answer questions, question 1 is given, solve the following numericals. First numerical, a car takes 20 minutes to cover a distance of 15 km. Means what? A car's timing is given how much? 20 minutes and distance is given 15 km. Calculates its speed in km per hour. We have to find the speed in km per hour. Okay, so for that we need the units in kilometer and hour. So distance is already given in kilometer but time is given in minutes. So what? We can convert the minutes into hour. So let's see. Here we need to mention first what are the given things. Given what? Time. Time is given 20 minutes. Okay. Distance is given 15 kilometer. And we have to find speed. We know speed formula. Distance upon time. Means the distance traveled and the time taken. So here distance how much travel? 15 kilometer. And time is in minutes, 20 minutes. So to divide, to convert in hour, we can divide minutes by 60. Why? Because 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. So when we will divide 20 minutes by 60, it will convert into hour. That's why here HR denotes what? Hour. So 15, when in the denominator 20 by 60 is there. So when you will, this lower value will go in numerator. So what? Their reciprocal will be there. As you know, you do in maths, है ना? You know that. So that 60 will go in numerator and then 20 will go in denominator. Okay. This denominator value when go in multiplication in numerator, so it will be reciprocal. So 23 ja 60 and this 15 and these 3 will multiply. So here answer will be what? 45 kilometer per hour. 15 3 is a 45. So what speed has come? 45 kilometer per hour. And we have found the speed in what? Kilometer per hour only. Why? Because it is asked calculate speed in kilometer per hour. So answer came. Okay. Then next one question is second part. I went from my house to a playground 300 meters away. What? I went from my house to a playground, and which is the distance from house to playground is 300 meters. In 10 minutes. Means in one round of 300 meter distance covered in 10 minutes. Then I ran back and reached in 2 minutes. Means once it is reached and then again it is returning and ran back and reached in 2 minutes. Means in the second round when returning back, that distance 300 meter distance covered in 2 minutes. So what was my average speed? Means we have to find in this average speed. Means because why? Here distance is same 300 meter. One time he is going taking 10 minutes, next time it returning the same distance, means again 300 meter covering, and next time covered in 2 minutes. So here two distance and two times are there. So that's why we have to find average speed. Okay. So we can find easily what? Given distance is 300 meter. Means the distance between house to playground is 300 meter. But here in this case the distance is covered twice. Okay. One time going from house to playground and next time from playground to house. So the 300 meter covered twice. That's why our total distance is what? 300 meter plus 300 meter. Okay, you understand now why we have taken twice, because the distance here in this case covered twice, 2 times. So 300 plus 300, 600 meter. So our distance, total distance is how much? 600 meter. Now here 2 times are given. First one time when going and second time when returning. So that's why we have represented the time. First time in T1 and second time T2. Means going time T1, returning time T2. So the time T1 is given how much? 10 minutes. And when it is returning back, the time is given 2 minutes. That's why the total T1 time we have taken T1 as 10 minutes and T2 2 minutes. So we can add the time as we have added the distance, total distance as same, we can add the time also. So 10 minutes plus 2 minutes, 12 minutes. Okay. So total time is 12 minutes. Here simple speed formula we have taken, distance upon time. But average speed also same formula. But for average speed what comes? Total distance upon total time. Okay. So our total distance is how much? 600 meter, and our total time is 12 minutes. So here 12 minutes. Now we need to do calculations. So 600 will divide it by 12. So we can divide easily. 12 ones are 12, 12 fives are 60. Okay, and then 10 one more. So here 50, 50 means what? 50 meter per minute. Okay, the question was given in the units of minutes and meter. So that's why we have found the answer also in the same unit, meter per minute. It means what? The average speed of this in this case is 50 meter per minute. Okay. Now in the long answer question, there is one more numerical question 2. Okay, please concentrate and please understand carefully. The question is, speed of a car is 85 km per hour. Already here what speed is given. So what speed of a car is 85 km per hour for the first 15 minutes. Means for the first 15 minutes the car travels with the speed of 85 km per hour and 60 km per hour for the next 20 minutes. Means after 15 minutes, for the next 20 minutes, the car travels with the speed which is what speed? 60 km per hour. There are two speeds. Okay, means the car is traveling from first 15 minutes, the car's speed is 85 km per hour, and after 15 minutes, the next 20 minutes, the car travels 60 km per hour. Okay, there is the changing of speed. Okay, with the same speed the car is not traveling. So here, what is the distance covered by the car? So in this total time 15 minutes and in the 20 minutes we have to find what? The distance, how much distance covered by the car in that given time, and find its average speed. And there are two different speed, because the car traveling with the two changing speed. So we need to find what? Average speed. Express it in meters per second, and that speed we have to find in meter per second. So let's solve. First we will mention all the given thing. Given here what? Speed of car. First speed of car is which one? What? 85 km per hour. And how much in at what time? Time 15 minutes. Means in 15 minutes the car travels with 85 km per hour. Okay. So here for that speed and for that time we can find what? Distance. Because speed is given, time is given, we can easily find distance. As we know the speed formula, speed is equals to distance upon time. So we have speed, we have time, we have to find distance. So distance we will take here, and speed and time, this time will go in multiplication with the speed according to maths rule. So this time will go in with the multiply with the speed. Means distance equals to speed into time. So speed is how much? 85 km per hour into time is how much given? 15 minutes. But here speed is in kilometer per hour, so that minutes we will convert into hour. So we can divide by 60, so it will convert in hour. Means the time is in minutes. So as we know 1 hour equals to 60 minutes, so we will divide by 60 to convert in hour. 15 by 60. So 15, if we will do calculation, 15 ones are 15 and 15 fours are 60. Okay, so 85 into 1, 85, and at the denominator what is left? 4. Means we have to divide 85 by 4. But now we will leave this value in that form only. We will not find in the decimal, so that for our calculation it will be easy. So we have left the distance in this form, 85 by 4 kilometer. Means with the first speed, with the first timings of the car, the first 15 minutes of the car, with the given speed we have found the distance how much? 85 by 4 kilometer. Now the same method we will apply for the second case for the next 20 minutes, and the speed is given 60 km per hour. So let's see. Now again speed of car is, next speed is which one? Second speed, 60 km per hour. And time is how much? 20 minutes. So we can convert into hour. Okay, so distance formula we have got how much? Speed into time. Here S is speed. Please don't get confused. S denotes speed, T denotes time, and D denotes distance. So speed is here how much? 60 kilometer per hour into time is 20 minutes. So we will divide by 60 to convert in hour, so it will be in hour. So here denominator 60 and here numerator 60, so 60 will and 60 will cancel. So what is only left? 20. It means the distance is how much here? 20 kilometer. Means when the car traveling with the speed of 85 kilometer in the first 15 minutes, so how much distance covered the car in the first 15 minutes? 85 by 4 kilometer, and in the next 20 minutes the car covers 20 kilometer. So we have to find what? The total distance, because in 15 minutes and in 20 minutes total distance we have to find. So that distance and that distance we can add 85 by 4 plus 20. So for the total distance we will add the values 85 by 4 kilometer plus 20 kilometer, but here denominator no value, so we can put here what? 1 for calculation. So as we know, denominators what we take? LCM. So 4 and 1 you will take LCM, so it will be 4. Now we can do cross multiplication. 1 into 85. 85 ones are 85 plus 4 into 20. 24s are 80. Okay. You know this is very easy. The addition of fractions. There are two fractions, this one and that one. So we are adding the two fractions. You know that method. Okay. So this is LCM and then cross multiplication. So 85 ones are 85. 24s are 80. When 85 plus 80 you will add, it will be 165 and divide by 4. So 165 divided by 4, the answer will be what? 41.25 kilometer. You can easily get that value. See, 4 ones are 4, 4 fours are 16, then here 4 ones are 4, then 1 will left, will put point, and then it will be 10. So 4 twos are 8 and 4 fives are 20. Means when you will divide 165 by 4, you will get the value 41.25 kilometer. Means the total distance travelled by car is how much? 41.25 kilometer in the total time. In the first 15 minutes and in the next 20 minutes, total how many minutes? 35 minutes. So in 35 minutes of time, with the different two changing speed, the total distance we got 41.25 kilometer. Now we have written that distance covered by car 41.25 kilometer. Now we have to find average speed. Okay, why average speed? Because in the first 15 minutes different speed, in the next 20 minutes another speed is given. So it is easy to find average speed when two different values we have. So we know to find the average what? The addition of the two values and divided by 2, means S1 first speed plus S2 second speed, and it will be divided by 2. So we will get the average of the two values. Here it is very easy. How many values we have? 2 values. So it will the addition of two values divided by 2, we will get the average of the two values. So S1 unit, first unit is how much given? 85 kilometer per hour plus S2 value, second value is how much? 60 kilometer per hour, and we have to divide by 2. So 85 plus 60, 145, and divide by 2. So 2 sevens are 14, 2 twos are 4, and 0.5. So when you will divide this value 145 by 2, you will get 72.5 answer. So it means the average speed of the car is 72.5 kilometer per hour. Okay children, don't get confused. Again I am explaining this same question in short because it is little bit lengthy. So don't think that it is tough question and hard question. The same method we have to apply. In the first case, what is given? Speed is given, time is given. We have to find what? Distance. When speed and time are given, we can find distance by formula speed into time. So we have put the values speed and time, then we have calculated and we got 85 by 4 kilometer. Then in the second case, again speed given, time given, we need to find distance. The same method we applied and we got the distance 20 kilometer. So to find the total distance, we have added both the distance because here we have fraction. So in the fraction method, LCM method we have, and cross multiplication, we find the value 41.25 kilometer. And in this case the two different speeds are given, so we have to find average speed. Okay, so S1 plus S2 by 2, 85 plus 60, 145 by 2, it means 72.5 kilometer per hour. Okay, we have to find in meter per second. So for meter per second, so here we got the speed how much, 72.5 kilometer per hour, but that speed is in kilometer per hour, but we have to find in meter per second as it is asked in the question. As it is asked in the question, express it in meter per second. So we will find in meter per second. So children, to find meter in meter per second, there is a value when kilometer per hour we have to convert in meter per second. So there is the factor 5 by 18. When we will multiply the value given in kilometer per hour by 5 by 18, so the answer will be in meter per second. How 5 by 18 has come? It has come by the calculation of we have to convert hour in minutes. It means what? Sorry, kilometer in meter we have to convert. So 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. So 1000 divided by hour. Now in 1 hour how many minutes? 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So 1000 by 60 into second, when you will calculate the value will come 5 by 18. The fraction will be at the last, how much will come? 5 by 18. So the kilometer per hour value, when we will multiply by 5 by 18, we will get the value in meter per second. So now here we got value in 72.5 kilometer in decimal form, but here we will take the fraction form here to get the calculation easily, because if you will take decimal value, then you will multiply by 5, then you will divide, then you will have to take the zeros and all and cancel and all. So for little bit easy to make, we will take the fraction value. So 145 by 2 into, here 145 by 2 we got, so we will not take that value, we will take 145 by 2 into 5 by 18. So when you will multiply 145 by 5, you will get 725, and 2 into 18, 36. So 725 by 36, you will get 20.138. You can divide and you can check. Okay, so 725 will divide by 36, you will get the value 20.138 meter per second. Means the speed of car is 20.138 meter per second. So this we have got the value in meter per second. Now next chapter revision, chapter 14, heat and temperature. Children, in every chapter, at the last of the chapter in your book, some summary points are given and some important terms are given. And in the exam, objective type of questions will be there. 40 mark paper, in 40 mark in your question paper, 40 mark questions will be objective type. Like what? And multiple choice question, fill in the blanks, one word type, true false, and match the column. So each question will be 1 mark. So for that you need to learn all the summary points, all the important terms, and you have to revise the full chapter. From the full chapter, any point, any important thing can be asked. So you must be ready for all the objective type question. So here we will revise the summary points so that our chapter will be revised in short. Okay, so in summary, first point of chapter 14, first point is heat is a form of energy capable of doing work. We know heat is what? Heat is a form of energy. Heat is what? Energy. And because of heat is capable of doing any work. Okay, like we heat the things, so heating is what? Doing the work. Second is The heat that we use or which affects life comes from six main sources. The heat from where we get are the six main sources. What sources these are? The sun, the earth, fuels, nuclear energy, friction and electricity. So these are the six sources which provides the heat. Third point, heat changes the temperature. See, if as the heat will increase to any object, so what will happen? The temperature will change. Temperature what can increase, shape of any object can change, size, state means whether it is in solid, liquid or gas, chemical composition, and volume means in area or volume of substances can be changed by giving heat to any object. Fourth point, temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Temperature is what? Temperature is the value. Degree means we can say value. Value of hotness means how much hot, or coldness means how much cold. So to find how much hot, to measure how much hot, how much cold, we use the term temperature. Temperature denotes the value of hotness or coldness of a body. So children, the questions can come like this also. If suppose in one word it is asked, so it can come the degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called. So you have to write what? Temperature. Okay. So you can form the questions by your own in this way. Now here, so very important topic is effects of heat. What if when the substance get heat, so what the changes comes and what effects come? See, cause a change in temperature means heat can cause changing in the temperature. It can cause a change of state, as we have already read. It can cause a change of chemical reaction, a change in density means volume, and change in shape and size. So the heat can affect in the following form. Fifth point, we can measure temperature with the universal standards like Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. See children, to measure the temperature we have three types of scale. Standard scale like what? Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. So if we have to measure the temperature, we can use any of the three scales given. Thermometers are used to measure temperature of objects. See how much temperature and all. To find the temperature of any object we need what? One device we need. So that device which one? Thermometer. So thermometer is a device which gives the temperature of object, means how much hot or how much cold. So it is a device to measure the temperature of objects. Different thermometers have different scales of temperature. Different thermometers can have different scales. Like what? Different thermometer means to say what? Like clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer. They can have different scale to measure the temperature. Then seventh point is a scale of temperature is defined by using two fixed points. Means on the thermometer, on the scale, there are the two fixed points. One is lower fixed point which gives the lowest temperature, like what? Freezing point of water. Freezing point of water is a low temperature 0 degree Celsius, and an upper fixed point, and the maximum fixed point like what? Boiling point of water. So these are the two ends, a lower fixed point and the upper fixed point. So the scale comes in between these two ends, and the lower point gives the lowest temperature and the upper point gives the maximum temperature. Important terms are given. Electricity. What is electricity? In the heat form, in the chapter of heat, electricity means what? A form of energy resulting from the existence of charged particles. Heat is also what? A form of energy, as the electricity is also a form of energy, as the heat is a form of energy. So electricity is what? A form of energy, and it comes from the existence of charged particles. Like in any substance, molecules there. So there's in the substance some particles are there which are charged particles. So when these charged particles exist and when the particles gets charged, it produce electricity. So electricity is a form of energy and comes from the charged particles. Okay, the next important topic is friction. So the next term, the action of one surface or object rubbing against each other. Friction means what? When the two objects rub against each other, like rubbing of palms. When you rub palms, so you must have experienced after rubbing palms for a while, for a few seconds or for a minute. After that, when you touch your palms over your face and over your hands, so what you feel? You feel little bit warm. You feel, है ना? Means you feel warm. Why? Because of rubbing, or because of the rubbing of any two objects, it produces heat. So here one object, and this is second object. So when we are rubbing the upper object, we are pushing force, and the second object we are rubbing, and rubbing should be in opposite position, not all together in the same position. So here two opposite directions. When the two bodies rub in the two opposite direction, what comes? Friction comes, and it produces what? Heat. When we rub the hands, we also rub the hands in the opposite position, up down, है ना? So it what produce? It is also produce heat. So friction is what? It is the action of surface of rubbing of the surface of or object against each other. Then thermal expansion. What is thermal expansion? By the word thermal means what? Heat, because of heat, and expansion means expanding in volume. So thermal expansion, in short, if we say, it means increase in size or volume. Means when increase in size or volume brought about by heat, means by because of heat, when something is increased in size or volume, so it creates, means it is the form of thermal expansion. Like example, what? For example, when we heat water, now here is heat at the low temperature, means without heating. If we give the heat to this water, when you will heat, so what? The temperature of water will increase, and same along with that, what the water will get expand also. The volume of water will increase. So it means what? There is what? Thermal expansion. Because of heat, something is expanding, something changing in volume. So it means there is an increase in what? Size of a substance when it is heated. It means this is what? The example of thermal expansion. A thermostat, a device that automatically regulates temperature. Thermostat is what? It is a device which regulates the temperature. Means if we want to make the temperature low, we can regulate by this button, and if we want to high the temperature, we can do. As we usually at our homes, we have what? Regulator of fan. That is also what? Like what? It is also working of thermostat. So thermostat means what? It is a device which automatically regulates temperature. It can automatically also work, depends on the condition, atmosphere temperature, or we can also regulate the temperature as per our need. So this is what? Thermostat. Heat, we know heat what? Form of energy capable of doing work. Now here one is laboratory thermometer. Thermometer of two types, laboratory and clinical thermometer. In laboratory thermometer, and both the working is same. Both the functions of thermometers are same to measure temperature. But in the laboratory thermometer, here what is in that both the thermometers, what is a liquid metal we use? Mercury. So we can say mercury thermometer also. So mercury thermometer with the temperature range of -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Means the scale in the laboratory thermometer range is what? From -10 to 110. And it can ask also the range of laboratory thermometer is. So you need to write what? -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Clinical thermometer. Mercury in glass thermometer with the temperature range extending only over a few degrees on either side of the normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Normal human body temperature is what? 37 degrees Celsius. So either of this temperature, means maybe less than 37 degrees Celsius or maybe more than 37 degrees Celsius. So the clinical thermometer gives the value nearly to the normal human body temperature. And the range of clinical thermometer is what? Near to 37 degrees Celsius means what? From 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degree Celsius, which is near to the 37 degrees Celsius, means less than value 37 degree, from 35 degree it can come, and more than what? To 42, means the range of clinical thermometer is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degree Celsius. And this is the picture of the this is the clinical thermometer. The range is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degree Celsius. Okay. And this is laboratory thermometer. The value can be from minus 20 or minus 10 to 110 degree Celsius. Okay. This is laboratory thermometer. It is used mostly in the lab to experiment and all. And this is clinical thermometer. It is used by the doctors and to measure our temperature when we get sick and when we have fever and all. In this chapter, some temperature conversions are there. Okay. So we will understand, we will study how to convert the different temperatures given in different scales. See, if the temperature is in Fahrenheit, and that from Fahrenheit you have to convert the temperature in Celsius. Okay, so how to convert Fahrenheit temperature in Celsius? So the value degree given in the Fahrenheit we can convert in the Celsius. How? There is the formula that value is given. So you need to put the value in that. Means the value in Fahrenheit if given, we can find in the temperature. How? By degree Celsius into 9 by 5 plus 32, and you have to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, then you have to put the value Fahrenheit minus 32 into 5 by 9. And when the value is given in Kelvin and you have to convert in the Celsius, so that Kelvin value you have to make, how convert you have to convert in the form of degree Celsius, means the value in Celsius plus 273, or from Celsius to Kelvin. So you have to put that value K minus 273. Now how to convert? We will see through the example. First example is convert the following 20 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit and Kelvin. See, now the value is given in what? Celsius. So we have to convert the Celsius value in Fahrenheit and in the Kelvin. So we can use these values to convert. So we will use this. We know that Fahrenheit is equals to, means 1 Fahrenheit equal to 1 degree Celsius into 9 by 5 plus 32. That combination, that value we will take here. So we have now value in Celsius. We have to convert in Fahrenheit. So that one formation we will take. Okay. So we have Celsius value. So we will put Celsius value here, and by solving and calculating we can find in Fahrenheit. So, and we can put this value also, but from here we will solve, that only will come. See, so Celsius value is 20. Okay, we have to convert in Fahrenheit. So we will put in this value, so that what? Fahrenheit value will come. So Celsius value is 20. Okay, then we have to multiply it by 9 by 5, and then we have to add 32. So when you will do this, 20 will cancel by 5, 5 4s are, and 4 9s are 36. Okay, 36 plus 32, what? 68. So the 20 degrees Celsius, when we have to convert in Fahrenheit, the 20 degrees Celsius equal to in Fahrenheit how much? 68 degree Fahrenheit. And we have to convert in what? Kelvin. So here we will use that for that value. So here Kelvin value will be there, and Celsius value is how much? 20. So 20 plus 273 how much? 20 plus 273, 293 Kelvin. So 20 degrees Celsius equal to 68 degree in Fahrenheit and 293 in Kelvin. So that was the conversion from Celsius to in Fahrenheit and Kelvin. Now we are having one more example. There is another conversion. If a liquid boils at 200 degree Fahrenheit, what will be its boiling temperature in Celsius? Now here from Fahrenheit we have to convert in Celsius. So for that we will use that. Okay, the answer will come in Celsius, and here Fahrenheit value we will put F minus 32 into 5 by 9. So how much in Fahrenheit is value? 200 minus 32 into 5 by 9. So 200 minus 32, how much? 168 into 5 by 9. And when you will do the calculations, you will get 93.33 degree Celsius. Okay, so 200 degree Fahrenheit in Celsius, how much? 93.33 degree Celsius.